Good evening. It is Sunday, 26th of June 2021. I'm at St Michael's Square in Alnwick, Northumbria, England. With immense sadness and sorrow, I'm having to recognise that the local Northumbrian police, headed up by Chief Constable Winton Keenan, basically are corrupt. Why otherwise would they try and get rid of me? There are evidentially drugs on the square, St Michael's Square in Alnwick. I've been around, well, originally I came here in the 70s, actually. So, I don't know how long, is that 50 years ago? Not to this square. On Tuesday, the 8th of June last year, I moved in on Friday, 28th of May, so the next week or week after. I was offered drugs by the brother of someone called, I won't say any names. Now, the plot moves on. I'm still here a year later, one way or another. A man, a neighbour, opposite, again I won't say any names, kicked in my door last Saturday week, the front door, through broken glass. Prior to that, he'd egged my windows. Prior to that, he'd spent the last 2 months accusing me of horrendous stuff, shouting it across the square, horrendous obscenities. Again, I won't detail it. The police of Northumbria response is to try and get rid of me. Now, I can only assume they're complicit in it, this drug stuff, basically. An actual physical police WPC was here in my room. Oh, she says, it goes on everywhere. Well, that's complicit. But by accepting not to tackle it, that means they're complicit in it. Even at that level. It's horrendous. My life has been threatened by this specific neighbour. He threatened to firebomb this house and to stab me to death at the front door last Saturday afternoon. Not yesterday, the week before. It's just horrendous. The police, in the person of a local constable, the one who does the, again I won't say her name, says, due to insufficient evidence, we're not taking the matter up. My windows have been egged by that same man. I stood 3 yards away. The guy did it in front of me. 2 eggs. He's mouthing obscenities at me. Clearly, the police would prefer me to go away because there'd be less paperwork, and they could sort of cover it up. Well, it's not a nice position to be in. It is the position in which I find myself. I absolutely didn't come here for this. I came here for St. Aidan, St. Cuthbert, the Venerable P, King Oswald, St. Wilfrid, St. Francis at Almouth, the Franciscan monks. They're all in the first millennium, those earlier lot, the saints. The Holy Island, stuff like that. I've been coming here since the 70s. What I find is basically the corrupt drugs dealing situation in which the police of Northumbria are actively participating. Well, that's a very dangerous, toxic situation. I've had my life threatened. I can't sort of rest because in case something kicks off. I don't eat properly, I don't sleep properly. But I'm here. The physical house is a very nice place. I have all the facilities I need. And I'm in, for me, this sort of holy area, Northumbria, relating back to early Christianity. I am a Christian, in case you don't know. It's horrendous. I never know what's going to happen next. I've collected a bag full of the shards of bottle this man threw through my front door. I'm not going to go into the details of who they are and stuff. That's for the courts to decide. But it really must stop. I shall email this film to all the appropriate authorities. Here, there is the light of Christ shining in my place. I didn't come here for this. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I didn't know this was here. Drugs dealing and drugs on St. Michael's Square. I didn't know any of this. I didn't come here to sort the police of Northumbria out. I grew up with Dixon of Dock Green, evening all, back in the sort of 60s. To respect the police. Not the ones here in Northumbria. They're all scratching each other's backs and participating in the same sort of, quite frankly, evil. The smoking of cannabis is illegal in England. Yes, it has medicinal properties for which some people may be prescribed it and such. Okay, fine. But the open sort of recreational use of cannabis in a public place is illegal in England. That is the legal position. And yet, it goes on a daily basis outside in the square, St Michael's Square, Alnwick, Northumbria, England. Open law breaking. And the police are trying to get rid of me. Because it's too much paperwork. I have a formal complaint now out to the Independent Office of Police Conduct, or whatever it's called, IOPC, I think, which is a sort of police thing, so they're marking their own homework again. I feel absolutely threatened here. Proud to protect is what it says on the motor cars of the Northumbrian police. Rubbish. No one's protecting me. The police are actively trying to get rid of me. I've got nowhere to go. I was made homeless from here for 8 months already, last year, and this year, actually. Went on into February. The 17th, Thursday the 17th, there was a court hearing finally. Judgment against me by the local magistrates at Bedlington. Obviously, it's my fault that I exist. This is not right, okay? This is not fair play. There are many troubles in the world. I recognize this. This is just my personal little trouble at the moment. But basically, it could kill me. Literally, I could just keel over now one night and have a heart attack and I'd be gone. I've got acute heart failure, for all it's worth. Well, I'm not dead today. I have no more words. Amen. There is light in my Christian face, the light of Christ shining in the darkness. Amen.